The doctor looked at me strangely. You want to write with blue ink? Why? Okay, he said, handing me the prescription pad. 'Cause it's my favorite color, I said, holding up the blue big crystal. It was one of those perfect days that makes you want to take a deep breath. I pulled out the prescription bottle and stared at it. Because the next thing I remember is waking up the next morning, throwing up all over my bedroom floor again, and then going to school. I was crying because my girlfriend had broken up with me 2 weeks ago. She said she needed space, so I gave her space, but then she found someone else really quickly, and now she's moved on, and I'm still here crying over her, even though we never did anything together. The owner knows me, and he always treats me well. I ordered a beer and sat down. An hour later, a man sat down in the stool next to me. He introduced himself. He said he was new in town, and he was looking for a good bartender. He said he'd heard this place had the best bartender in the city. Who does? I asked. You do, he said. You've got this thing about you. You got this aura about you that says you know how to pour a good drink. I smiled. Yeah, I get that a lot. He laughed and ordered a beer. Hey, listen, he said when his beer came. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question? Sure. How much do you love this job? I hate it. He smiled. Good, he said, standing up. Then come work for me. We just held each other a lot and talked about our feelings. I thought that was enough, but maybe it wasn't. The other kids made fun of me because I had this big bruise on my neck where the pillow had been. I was so embarrassed. I wish I could go back and tell that 18-year-old me that it's okay to cry. Crying is good. It's healthy. I cried so hard that night because I didn't want to be a baby. But I was a baby and it was okay. The medicine was a sedative, something to help me sleep. It was only the second time I'd ever taken something like that. The first time was after ID had my tonsils out when I was 8. When I got home, I put on one of my favorite movies. I got up and showered and shaved and dressed and went to work. At work, they handed out these pink slips. They're warning us that we might get laid off soon. I don't know why they bothered giving us pink slips. It's not like we were going to take those things seriously. No one takes anything seriously around here except me. I take everything seriously, and no one likes that. They think I should lighten up and have some fun. Well, that's easy for them to say. Their names aren't on the list. My name is on the list. I'm next. It's a sad movie, but it's a good sad movie. I love sad movies. Whenever I'm sad, it is nice to be able to relate to characters on screen and feel like I am not alone. After the movie, I went to bed. I didn't take the sleeping pill. I didn't want to stop crying. I wanted to cry myself to sleep. I laid there in the dark, crying until I fell asleep. My mom let me stay up past my bedtime to watch TV, but I got so bored of the shows they were playing, and then I started feeling really sick and I threw up all over the floor. My mom was pissed. She told me that if I couldn't control myself, then I wouldn't be allowed to stay up past my bedtime ever again. I cried because I wanted to stay up and watch TV. I remember shoving my face into my pillow and crying really hard, and then everything went black. And hold it just so you can savor the feeling of all that light and air in your lungs. I took the prescription to the pharmacy. The girl there knew me, and she always acted like she liked me, but I could tell that she was just being nice. I mean, why would she not like me? I am disarmingly handsome, charming, funny, smart, sensitive, a good listener. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm sure there's plenty wrong with her, though. I wonder what it is. The doctor didn't say anything for a second. He just kept looking at me. Then he shook his head and smiled. It's a nice park, but it's not nearly as nice as the one by my apartment. That's the best park in the city. Whoever designed that park knew what they were doing. I bet they made the fountains in the shape of a heart just to mess with us romantics. I love that park. I spend hours there just people watching. Sometimes I make up stories about the people I see and their lives and their loves and their losses. It's fun to do that. As I walked out of the office, the sun was shining through the trees and making everything wet with light. After I got the medicine, I went to sit in the park across from the pharmacy. But today I wasn't in the mood to people watch. I don't remember how long I slept after that, but it must have been a while now. Here I was, almost 30 years old, taking a sleeping pill so I could stop crying. When I was done thinking about my relationship problems, I walked home. On the way, I bought some groceries. The next morning, I woke up and I felt rested, but I didn't feel better. After work, I went to the bar down the street from my apartment. It's a nice bar.